Jasper!
You'll see channels on YouTube referring to the end of August as Hollywood's dumping ground, the dead weeks, the films nobody backed. I'm not making that one. I know what an actual dumping ground looks like, and I can see it out of the window. There's a town on the coast with the lowest male life expectancy in Britain, a promenade of neon bolted over the shell of a community. The lights still buzzed, there's just less and less behind them every year, and I know it well because I live nearby. And down near the front, 2 years young, there's a screen. Her big one, the newest neon in a town full of dying signs, and somehow, it's the one that still means something. A sanctuary. Whatever's cooking in there, I'll be in the dark for it. So let's reframe it. This isn't the dumping ground. It's Hollywood's sanctuary. The week the real strugglers finally get the spotlight. You know, the little guys, punching up at a rigged system. And the first one through the doors of this refuge, leading the charge for the little guy, Ridley Scott's $110 million post-apocalyptic Nepo baby, the Dog Stars, Gordon Bennett. Nepo baby fits this one twice over. Ridley Scott's name brought the budget. $110 million in this day and age for grey apocalypse, and the genre brought its whole identity. It inherits everything from The Road, from Mad Max, from Fallout. It just earns none of it. Funded by daddy, written by uncles, and never worked a day in its life. But yet, for a while, it almost gets away with it. The first 40 minutes or so, they're grey and dour, but good. Josh Brolin, he's turned up to 11 playing Josh Brolin. Guy Pearce is magnificent, even when miserable. A man with genuine apocalypse in his bones. The concept of the plane in the post-apocalyptic era, a place worth protecting. Something at last that isn't just every end-of-the-world film. And there's a moment, a real one. The main character, Hig, played by Jacob Elordi, he goes back to his old house. And we find that he's kept it in pristine condition. The bedroom he shared with his wife, the bed still neatly made. She's gone, and she's there for a second, but she fades into the room and it aches. And it works. But then the film does it again, and again. It finds the one beautiful thing it has and plays it 3 more times, till the ache is a tick and the weight is gone. That's the whole film in a single nutshell. It cannot do a thing once and trust it. It's got more endings than Return of the King for a 2-hour movie with 4 people in it. And it can't hold a message. It's literally, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Or is that coupled with the grass isn't always greener? Either way, it gives up and just clubs you with there's meaning in the stars on the way out. And then there's the action, and running specifically. Our hero, on foot, outpacing men on horseback when he's got a 1/4 mile head start to get to a location, and in reverse he does the same thing. It's just not possible, and the film gives you no reason to believe it because it wasn't planned, it was covered. This is late Ridley Scott pointing 10 cameras at a thing, stitching the best angles together afterwards. When it works, it's carnage you can't look away from. When it fails, you get a man beating cavalry on foot because the cut needs the tension, not because the ground allows it. The second you notice, every last ounce of belief just leaves you. At the centre of it, holding none of it together, is Jacob Elordi, a lead with plenty of presence and no gravity. Please do not make him Bond. In a film built to make you love one man alone with his dog, the man is the whole. He's the tallest thing in the frame, and that's all he is. Before the film even started, there was a trailer for Brad Pitt's Heart of the Beast. Here's Brad Pitt sitting there with his dog Odin, telling us that on his new film, the dog is the star. It was counter-programming or counter-marketing, where you're watching a film called The Dog Stars, a plot that makes the dog suffer, and you're seeing a trailer for the September Dog Star film. I kept having an image in my head during this film every time Guy Pearce was on screen, imagining the moment Ridley, or likely one of his assistants, yells cut, and Guy Pearce slinks off to his trailer, sits down all weary, and reaches for his signed, dog-eared copy of Cormac McCarthy's The Road. A film he had a few minutes in, but he knows what it actually is like to inhabit a true vision of the apocalypse. And if The Dog Stars was Grave 1, all-reaching heart and no spine, I also got a chance to look into Grave 2, all cold head and no pulse, and that's Colony, the latest from Yeon Sang-ho, the man who made Trade to Busan. This film starts, honestly, very clever. We're up to our necks with zombie fatigue, and Colony knows this, so it changes the rules. Its infected aren't faster, they're smarter. They're a hive, one organism, one mind. So when one of them learns, all of them learn. The shufflers become the sprinters. Yeon makes them think. Better still, it takes the idea and stacks it vertically. The film is a tower, a mall, and as it climbs the entire history of the zombie. The ground floor is the shopping mall, the undead as consumers, Dawn of the Dead. We know that story. But if you keep going up, it starts to become offices, open plan corporate floors. There's your modern zombie. The mindless consumer becomes the networked worker. Hive mind isn't a monster, it's a LinkedIn profile now. It's a very smart film, just unfortunately it's very hollow, because Colony forgot the one thing driving the train engine to Busan. Yeon used to know a father and a daughter, two people on that train, and you had the heart of that story. Colony is a crowd, and it's spread too thin, so every character just becomes meat from the machine. You never truly care about them, so they're never really lost, only used. It's a cruel irony. It's a film about a hive that erases the individual, but it erased its own. It became the thing it's about, a colony, a mass of characters with no face. It just doesn't seem to know that it did that, so it's not tragic or ironic, it's just thin. And you feel that everywhere. The tower should be one desperate climb. It becomes this shapeless scramble, across, up, down, back, secret elevators. It's never a clean line to freedom. It nails the small stuff. In any room you know exactly where the threat is. There's some great ideas, but the bigger picture, which way is up and which way is down, it becomes mush. Great ideas, real wit, it just falls a little shallow. There's two films there, one all reaching heart and no spine, and one all cold head and no pulse. Opposites, exactly the same disease. Test them on anything, the heart, the structure, even the geometry of a single chase, and the crack runs the same way every single time. But what about the Sanctuary? What about the strugglers punching up? I gave an answer for you for that last week, and that was Coyote versus Acme. Genuinely finished, genuinely shelved, murdered by Warner Brothers for a tax write-off, buried for 3 years, but it clawed out of that grave with the best reviews of the bunch. There's your struggler, the real punch-up. The Sanctuary promised fighters, it served Nepo babies. And the one real scrapper in the building had to survive its own assassination just to get a seat. Could it have been different, or are we treading Hollywood's path to ruin ad nauseum? I think there's always an answer, a spark, and I already had it. Back at the end of last year I was making a preview for 2026, read about the dog stars and pulled up the Wikipedia page. In the casting there, it stated that Jacob Elordi would be playing a Dalmatian, Josh Brolin a thoroughbred horse, and Margaret Qualley a Saluki. For 5 minutes, I believe Ridley Scott was making a live-action, post-apocalyptic acid trip, where the entire cast were animals, the boldest, most alive idea I'd heard in years. But of course it was Wikipedia vandalism. Someone had a laugh and it was tidied up within an hour. That's the tragedy in the grave. The bravest thing attached to either of those films, Brolin galloping through the wasteland, Jacob Elordi the Dalmatian, it was just a lie. Everything the studios actually paid for was just a washed up grey and quiet product. But the Sanctuary is never about what the tide brings in, it's about still being there to meet it, even when it brings a swarm of mediocrity in the dark, in the last lit box in the town the country wrote off, hoping. In Seat F18 the view is glorious, come join.
Would you like to know more?
Movies, popcorn.